Gentiles a trap. Dear friends, in today's story, we are going into the 7th book of the Bible. The name of this book is Judges. We can understand from the name itself that there was more than one judge, right? Aren't you thinking, why did they need a judge when they have God as their king to fight their battles and give justice? Today's story is about this. In the previous videos, haven't we seen that in Joshua's time, while the Israelites were possessing their promised land, in the battles they fought, they did not completely destroy the Gentiles, but left a few survivors. Then, Joshua and all the elders with him who had seen all the great work that the Lord had done to Israel died. And after them arose another generation, who did not know the Lord or the work he had done for Israel. They did what was evil in the sight of God, and served the Baals. And they abandoned the Lord, the God of their fathers, who had brought them out of the land of Egypt. They went after other gods of the people who were around them, and bowed down to them. And they provoked the Lord to anger. And God in his anger sold them into the hands of their surrounding enemies, so that they could not withstand them. Thus they were in terrible distress. In that distress, the Israelites called out to God, and God raised up judges who delivered them from their enemies. Yet they did not listen to their judges, for they warred after other gods and bowed down to them. They soon turned aside from the way in which their fathers had walked, and they did not obey the commandments of God, and they took their daughters as their wives, and gave their own daughters to their sons, and they served other gods. Thus they did not obey the commandments of the Lord, but they mixed with the nations and learned to do as they did. Moreover, they served their idols and sacrificed their own sons and daughters to demons. They poured out innocent blood, the blood of their sons and daughters, whom they sacrificed to the idols of Canaan, and the land was polluted with blood. Seeing this, the anger of the Lord was kindled against his people, and he abhorred his heritage. He gave them into the hands of the nations. Those who once were afraid of them now ruled over them. They were brought low through their iniquities. Then they looked to the Lord, and he heard their cry and looked upon their distress. For their sake he remembered his covenant and relented according to the abundance of his steadfast love. Every time he heard their cry, he raised up judges and saved them. Till now we have told our stories as a continuation, but the names of the judges are not given in the chronological order in the Bible. It was the Gentiles that each tribe of Israel kept among them that often turned out to be a trap. None of these people completely subdued Israel. The Canaanites, Midianites, Moabites, etc. subdued those Israelites who lived near them. So, to save them, God raised up more than one judge at the same time. After the Israelites possessed their promised land, they had a period of only judges for about 350 years. A few important judges among them were Othniel, Ehud, Deborah, Gideon, Jephthah, and Samson. We will see how these judges saved the Israelites from the hand of their enemies. Othniel is the son of Kenaz, Caleb's younger brother. After Joshua and the elders with him died, the people of Israel did what was evil in the sight of God. Therefore the anger of the Lord was kindled against Israel, and he sold them into the hand of Cushan-Rishathaim, king of Mesopotamia. And the people of Israel served him for 8 years. But when the Israelites cried out to the Lord, he raised up a deliverer for them, Othniel. The Lord gave Cushan-Rishathaim into his hand, and the land had rest for 40 years. But after Othniel died, the people of Israel again did what was evil in the sight of the Lord. In their prosperity, they went after the gods of the nations around them. And when they find out it is a trap, they will cry out to the Lord their God. Then, according to his steadfast love, God forgives the Israelites. Ehud was another judge the Lord raised up during the Israelites' distress. We will see what Ehud did and how he saved Israel in the next story. God bless you.